Baer Jr. kept this hidden while filming the Beverly Hillbillies. Despite the mixed reviews from critics, the Beverly Hillbillies remain one of the most beloved shows, not only in the 1960s, but also in all of television history. Throughout 9 seasons, Americans were captivated by a family's journey from poverty to wealth after striking it big with an oil discovery on their land. The light-hearted antics as they adjusted to life in a wealthy Beverly Hills neighborhood resonated with viewers and made them laugh along the way. To this day, viewers still enjoy watching reruns in syndication, and the show proudly stands as one of the top 20 most-watched television programs ever. Are you eager to find out more about the Beverly Hillbillies? Then prepare to be astounded by these fascinating facts that you've never heard. An overwhelming amount of animosity and disapproval. Despite the show becoming one of the top 20 most viewed programs on television, with several episodes even being called some of the best-watched TV episodes ever, and 7 Emmy nominations throughout its run, it wasn't immune from criticism or disdain. The New York Times described the broadcast as strained and unfunny, while Variety proclaimed it to be an excruciating experience. But possibly the harshest evaluation was that this show would make up Death Valley if television were America's wasteland. Turbulent politics. Nancy Culp courageously decided to enter politics after her acting career and ran for office as the Pennsylvania Democratic nominee when she was 62 years old. Tragically, Buddy Ebsen, one of her Beverly Hillbillies co-stars, publicly proclaimed that she was too liberal on a radio campaign he made in support of Culp's opponent. This ultimately resulted in Nancy losing the election, fueling resentment towards him from then on. An affordable estate. The buzz was that showrunner Paul Henning only paid $500 to film in the Bel Air estate that served as a home for the Beverly Hillbillies after their oil fortune. But astonishingly, it's a tremendous deal when you consider what it would cost today. The theme song. The Ballad of Jeb Clampett was the title track that immediately made the Beverly Hillbillies a household name. Famous country western singer Jerry Scoggins and bluegrass duo Flatt and Scruggs lent their talents to bring the song alive. Not only did it become iconic among fans of the show, but the Ballad of Jeb Clampett also rocketed up Billboard's Hot 100 chart in 1962, reaching an impressive number 44 spot. John Wayne to defend against Native Americans. In the 5th season of the Beverly Hillbillies, Granny's wish came true when legendary actor John Wayne made a surprise guest appearance on an episode titled The Indians Are Coming. In this show, she kept hoping her favorite country star would appear and aid in fending off the Injuns. Yes, that's Indians with an accent. As luck would have it, he made his highly anticipated cameo at the end of the episode. Ben said that Mr. Wayne was thrilled to accept a 5th of bourbon as compensation for making such a memorable contribution to television history. Sharon Tate. Although the Manson family tragically killed Sharon Tate, at the end of the time, pregnant with director Roman Polanski's baby, her fame extends past that tragedy. She had a recurring role on an iconic series as Janet Trigo, a bank teller, apparently 15 times in total. Unbeknownst to many viewers at first, due to her wearing a brunette wig for each episode as part of her disguise. The Unrivaled Survivor. Max Baer Jr., the beloved actor who played Jethro Bodine, is the only surviving principal cast member. However, his aspiration to open a string of Beverly Hillbillies-inspired hotels, eateries, and casinos in Nevada remains unwavering. Mattel's scandal. The uproar behind the dolls. Despite not fitting the traditional princess-like mold, the Mattel toy company still chose Donna Douglas's Ellie Mae character to be featured as one of their 3 Barbie dolls in the classic TV collection. Her presence proves that beauty is much more than physical appearance and can come in all shapes and forms. In 2011, Douglas took legal action against Mattel for using her image without permission in their doll lineup. Ultimately, the actress settled with the company. Granny's Fried Possum. Although fried possum may not seem appetizing, Granny's cooking, portrayed by Irene Ryan in the show, left an indelible mark on modern culinary culture. Her influence was so strong that it inspired several cookbooks, including the Beverly Hillbillies Cookbook, which is commended for its recipes, photographs, and character profiles. Barnaby Jones. The captivating detective series, Barnaby Jones, was brought to life by the actor Buddy Ebsen for 8 successful seasons. This role then resurfaced in 1993's The Beverly Hillbillies movie adaptation, a celebrity of its legendary character and his origin story. The TV ratings soar, a record-breaking success. Despite the criticism, the show was a remarkable success. Just 3 weeks after airing, it hit #1 in TV ratings, undoubtedly set a new record for a fast rise to that spot in history. It maintained its position as top-ranked for 2 full seasons, and held tightly within the top 20 rankings throughout 8 other seasons. However, its reputation faltered in the last year when it dropped from those lofty heights. His role proved to be his downfall. Maximilian Adalbert, or Max Baer Jr., a renowned American actor, was best known for playing the role of Jethro Bodine on the TV series The Beverly Hillbillies. Unfortunately, his unwavering commitment to that character, he felt, held him back from taking on other roles, killing off any prospective future in acting altogether. Despite this setback, and over time, he developed minor characters. However, it wasn't until after The Beverly Hillbillies ended that Max began writing, producing, and directing films which would become his main focus moving forward. All good things must come to an end. The extraordinary popularity and prestige of the show were unquestionable. Nevertheless, Fred Silverman, a CBS executive in 1971, declared there were too many rural-type shows currently aired on the network that they'd become associated with this specific market, so it was canceled to prevent any further pigeonholing. The Jalopy. Despite not necessarily being an actor, the 1921 Oldsmobile Model 46 Roadster had a critical part in the series. In 1976, Paul Henning gave it to the museum for its bicentennial celebrations, and then in 1967 brought it over from America on his Clampett adventures in England. After filming, however, this beloved car sadly had to be dismantled. The Bank. A show's ratings are a recipe for success, drawing in sponsors and profits. Upon closer examination of the Clampett fortune from beginning to end, it's astonishing to see it grow from $25 million to $100 million. This isn't something that should be taken lightly. Rejected novel now shines in the spotlight. Following his retirement from Hollywood, Buddy Ebsen composed an enchanting novel entitled Kelly's Quest, a whimsical compilation of poems that follow the story of a young girl as she embarks on her voyage through life, learning both joy and sorrow along the way. Despite approaching 9 publishers with great enthusiasm for his work, all declined to publish it. Refusing to be disheartened by these rejections, he decided to take matters into his own hands and published it himself in 2001, earning him 3rd place on the prestigious Los Angeles Times paperback bestseller list. Adaptation. The 1993 release of the Beverly Hillbillies movie was a major flop, receiving backlash from critics and fans. This could be attributed to the change in actors playing beloved roles and characters, as well as the inability of filmmakers to successfully capture the original series' charm. It's even been called one of the worst movies ever created. From the ground up. As Paul Henning was journeying through the South and admiring Civil War relics with his mother-in-law in 1959, he had an epiphany to create a show that contrasted people from rural backgrounds against more urban settings. His initial intention was for it to be set in New York City. However, budget restrictions led him to opt for Beverly Hills instead, and thus began one of the most successful sitcoms ever made. The Finest Episode. Hedda Hopper's Hollywood episode made the show a huge success, as it gained many views and attracted numerous admirers. Such was its legacy that TV Guide in 1997 rated it number 62 on their list of 100 greatest episodes of all time. An impressive feat, especially since this is the only installment from the series to be included. Walt Disney's delightful Silly Symphonies animation was generated from a spark of creativity and imagination. In the classic television show The Beverly Hillbillies, Buddy Ebsen played the role of Jed Clampett. But did you know that he was a renowned actor and dancer? Not only had he performed in vaudeville, Broadway shows, but he also appeared alongside Shirley Temple and Judy Garland in several successful films. His nimble dance steps even inspired Walt Disney's Silly Symphonies. Double Jethro. From the first season of the Beverly Hillbillies, Max Baer Jr. pulled double duty as Jethro and his twin sister Catherine Bodine, although Linda Henning, daughter of series creator Paul Henning, provided her voice. Hillbillies. From its inception to the final episode in its 9-season run, Buddy Ebsen, Irene Ryan, and Donna Douglas were featured in each of the 274 episodes. An impressive streak. Experience the metamorphosis of Jed Clampett. When the show was first conceived, Jed Clampett's character had been written as a very stereotypical hick. But actor Buddy Ebsen persuaded producers to alter this picture of him and create something more sensible. Despite his lack of formal education, he became an astute figure while Jethro took upon those moments that were previously used for Jed's dumb lines and outbursts. Reunions are an incredible opportunity. After the series finale, Ebsen, Douglas, and Culp regrouped for a follow-up movie in which Jed returned to his country life. Jethro produced films, and Ellie Mae opened up her zoo. Sadly, Irene Ryan and Raymond Bailey had passed away before this reunion could take place. Max Baer Jr., on the other hand, declined to partake in the event. In 1993, television fans were given a once-in-a-lifetime chance to catch a glimpse at the Legend of the Beverly Hillbillies reunion special. This episode and celebration combination saw Ebsen, Douglas, and Baer as its last 3 surviving camp members, an experience that was not to be missed. During the same time frame, the trio also had guest appearances on Jerry Springer's popular talk show. People Domain. Orion Television's inadvertent clerical error had resulted in the public domain release of 55 episodes of the Beverly Hillbillies, including all 36 Season 1 episodes and 19 Season 2 episodes. This mishap has allowed for a number of budget DVD releases, as well as a small network airings, oddly making these particular shows more accessible than the rest of the series.